All right, so let's go ahead and first run our application because this is the first time we are running on iOS simulator and see how it looks like. It should function and look exactly like as we have done before on an Android emulator. So I'm going to go to run and I'm going to say start debugging. And it's going to try to launch the application on the iOS simulator that you can see on the right-hand side. And let's see what it does. Well, it doesn't launch and it comes out with an error. Let's check out the error. Now I'm going to ask you, what do you think the error is? And how do you think you can fix this error? If the answer is no, you don't know how to fix this error, then probably you need to go back and revisit the videos from a to-do list earlier on, because you will always get this error when you are trying to run it on iOS simulator. Okay, let's see how we can fix it. So I'm going to go to iOS folder and reveal in Finder, and then open up the iOS folder and open up the Runner Xcode workspace project, and this will automatically open it up in Xcode. There we go. Next, I'm going to select the parts project, and making sure that this parts project is actually selected, go ahead and take a look at this particular property name. Now, for the build settings. Now, how do you get to that property? Well, I searched for something called quoted. And all of these things we have actually done before when we were building the to-do list. In that particular section, I went into great detail of why this error is getting caused and how you can fix it. So, how do we fix this error? Well, it's pretty simple actually. You only change this property from yes to no. And make sure it is saved. Okay, let's go and minimize this. And now let's go ahead and run it again. And we will see that if that error is still there, or do we have to fix anything else, but it should run on iOS now as it was running on Android. Now, this is the first time we're trying to run this application on iOS, so it might take a little bit more time. So let's get back to it when it is actually running. Finally, here it is. Our application is running on the iOS 12 Pro Max simulator. Let's go ahead and go to the Add Incident page. This is the Add Incident page. And I'm going to click on Add Photo. And as soon as you select Add Photo, it gives you two options: take a picture or select from a photo library. None of these options do anything right now. But what we really want to do is when a person select from a photo library, we want to give them an option to, well, select a picture from a photo library. You can see over here in the Add Incidents page that whenever we touch the button, whenever we click on the particular button, we are firing a function called option selected, which is right over here. This particular function is our own private function, which is declared right here. In that particular function, we get passed an option. Based on the option, we perform a switch, and if the option is a camera, then we call the function select photo from a camera. If the option is a library, then we say select photo from a library. Both of these functions, select photo from camera and select photo from libraries, are implemented over here. But as you can see, they don't really have any code. That is the part that we need to implement. So how are we going to allow the user to select a photo? Will we use any third-party package? Will we use some sort of a core package which is already part of the Flutter? Well, the good news is that there is an easy way to do that, and that is by using one of the packages that we already have. So if you open up the pubspec.yaml, we already have the image picker package. And the image picker package is going to allow you to select an image from a photo library, or it will also allow you to take a picture from the camera. So right now we are mostly interested in getting a picture from a photo library, from the gallery. So let's go back to our code and open up the Add Incidents page. And we're going to implement function which is right over here, select photo from photo library. Another thing to make sure over here is that we have an enum for photo options that we are already using, and we have added dart.io because we will be using that to save the file. So how do we get started? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create an instance of the image picker, which can easily be done by simply saying image picker. And we will import it on the top, as you can see right here. Once we have created an instance of the image picker, what we want to do is we want to get the file that what image that you have actually picked. So I'm going to go ahead and say image picker dot get image. That's a function. And in the source, I'm going to say image source is gallery. And you can see there are different sources over here. There's a camera and there's gallery. I'm not exactly sure what the values is. I've never really used it, but we're going to use the gallery. If you hover on get image, it is going to return you a future of picked file. So that is why I have marked this function with async so that I can await for the picture to be given to me. So I'll await for the picture and I will simply say this is the picked file. Now another thing that we want to do is that we want to display the picture. Instead of this picture, which is displaying a city, we want to display the picture of probably whatever the picture that you have selected. So for that, we have created this particular private field, which is called _image, and it is of type file. Now, in order for us to use that, and to update the UI as soon as we pick the picture, we're going to call or set this particular property inside setState. And now I can simply say image equals to file, which is pickedFile.path. So basically, we're going to create a new file object based on the picture that you have selected from a gallery or a photo library using the path of that picture. And this is going to give us the image object. Now, once we have the image object, we can actually display it. But that part is already working right at the bottom in the build function. So you can see in the build function, this is where we are either selecting or displaying a picture of the city, which is right here, which is this picture that you see right there. Or we are going to get the image asset from image.path, which is the image or the photo that you have selected from the photo library. So if image is null, meaning if you have not selected the image, then display this default image of a city, or else it will display the image which is associated with the image path. Let's go ahead and save it. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to run it again and see if we can pick an image from a photo library and then display it. So I'm going to go to add incidents, add photo, select from a photo library. Okay, so that's good. It actually shows me the photo library. Don't worry too much about this yellow color. This is a bug in the iOS 12 simulator, and it will be going away whenever the Xcode team will fix it. Now we have multiple pictures over here. I'm going to select this traffic signal, and there we go. It actually displays over here. You can set this width and height to different width and height. That's perfectly fine. This course is not about the design. And once we have this, we can go ahead and enter the incident title, and we can also enter the incident description and then submit. And once we submit it, then what will happen is that this picture will be uploaded to the storage, and also this incident will be added to the Firestore database. That part is not really working right now. We still have to do that. But the other thing that we have to do before doing anything is that to allow the user to take a picture. All right. So in the next lecture, let's see that how we can accomplish that.